Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and you can look at this grid and guess what we are commemorating today. Now, I do want first, however, to congratulate 3 more finishers in Reverence Puzzle Hunt. Fantastic content on Patreon. Amongst all the content on Patreon we've been putting up, there is January's reward puzzle, there was the solution to that, a video about that, there was my crossword solve, Simon's Philomeno, bonus puzzle, loads of stuff, and of course Reverence Puzzle Hunt this month, which has been getting hundreds of correct entries, people working through it either on their own or in couples or families. And well done to Cameron Clement, Mies Schultheis and Jeremy Seligman, who have all sent in the right answer. Our apps are also available, of course, on Android, Steam and the App Store. And that said, let's have a look at this Stars and Stripes. What is Old Glory doing here? Well, today is the inauguration of the new US President, Joe Biden, who is the 46th president. And what we have here, don't worry too much about the red and blue colouring, but you can see that the thermos either run across the stripes or sort of represent stars up in the blue area. Obviously the rule on a thermo is that numbers increase from the bulb to the end, and that even goes if you get a little picnic table shaped thermo like that one. Now the clues down the side are little killer clues, and that one, they represent the totals of the diagonals they're looking at. Those can include repeats, and what we see here down the left is 46, Joe Biden's president number, and 1/2021, which is today's date in the American format of his inauguration. And finally, I will just also point out that the numbers in the grid, one each of 1 to 9 and an extra 1, add up to 46. That number associated with Joe Biden's incipient presidency. So that's what we're looking at today. This puzzle came in from Figo Ha, who is a, what did he say at the start of the email? Long time, first time, which I interpret as a long time viewer and a first time emailer. And we'll see how this debut puzzle plays out. Now there's one extra rule. I didn't mention the one extra rule. This is presumably going to be very important too. Again, in honor of the 46th president, every 4 in the grid is orthogonally next to a 6, i.e. it's sharing a side with a cell with a 6 in it. But 4 is never next to 6 on a thermo, which is interesting. So this 4 has to have a 6 next to it in one of these 3 cells. And the reason I don't include that cell is because that can't be a 6, because 4 never has a 6 next to it on a thermo. So there we go, those are the rules, and that's an important one as well. So do have a go at the puzzle on the link below the video. Looks like there's quite a lot of ways to maybe get into this, and we shall see. I'm going to try it now. Let's get cracking. And we've got a little killer 1 for 1 cell, so that can go straight in. And now I'm going to look at the long thermos, because Simon will not shame me from creating creating all the possible entries on longer thermos. So this one I was going to say was 4 or 5. It can see 1, 2 and 3, and it's 4 away from the end. But this can't be a 6, so that's going to have to be a 5, putting a 4 there. Then we do have 2 possibilities in each remaining cell on that thermo. Now on this one, I guess we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I've gone too high because we're not going to be able to have an 8 on the thermo. So let's just, yes, in fact, this cell can't be 7, 8 or 9. So the maximum it can go up to is 6. And that should help us. 6, 7 or 9 there. So this can't be a 6, this can't be a 5, this can't be a 4. In fact, this can't be a 3 on the beginning apparently now. No, that's right, because of this 4. So there we go. What we also know about this thermo as 4 and 5 can't be in these cells, is that 4 and 5 are definitely on it. So something's looking screwy there. No, maybe not. One of those is 4. Yeah, it could go 3, 4, 5. That's all right. Okay, that looks like we've entered the possibilities right. Now this one's not so long, but it is 4 cells. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to go to 4 because this one can only be 2, 3 or 4, I think. Couldn't be 8. Yeah, that's fine. 3, 4, 7 or 8 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 to finish. Sorry, I mistyped an 8 there. Right, so those are the possibilities on the longer stripe thermos. Now, what about these shorter ones? Well, they are short. That's the trouble. I mean, that's 1, 2, or 3 on the beginning of that one. But I don't... Yeah, they're not forming a triple in the middle column. Okay, let's look at these little killer clues. I mean, let's forget 46 and 30 for a while. They've got so much real estate. They're very average numbers for the lengths of little killer they're covering. But this one needs 11 more to go with the 9. So 11 can't be 2, 9 because we've used the 9. Could be 3, 8. This can't be an 8 because it would need a 9 after it. It could be 4, 7. This would have to be this way round as well because of that 4. But it could be 5, 6 in any order, I would think. This 21, I mean, it's potentially helpful, but I don't have any real indication about the digits on it, unfortunately. I suppose that has to be 6, 8 or 9. Oh, this has to be less than 8, and it can see all those odd digits. So 2, 4 or 6 there. In fact, this can't be 3. That's 5, 6 or 8. There are quite a few restrictions on these. Oh, and this has to get up to 7, and this, again, only 2 or 4. Even digits possible there. Then we can go up to 3. So there are quite a few restrictions in box 1 especially. I think this is where I want to focus the most. Oh, that can't be a 5, sorry. So that can't be a, no, that, yeah. Is that right? This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So this has to be higher than 6. Right. Now, let's not forget this rule about 4s having to adjoin a 6. Ah, and that can't be 6 because it would be next to it on the thermo. I've got to try and remember that bit of the rule as well. But I think this could be a 6 because it wouldn't be next on the thermo. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, so where's 2 going to be in this box? Either there or there, because we've worked out it's not there based on the little killer clue, and anywhere else would be too far along its thermo. And 8. Oh, there are 3 places 8 can be. Oh, but 7 is limited to just 2. Now, if this was 4, this couldn't be 6 because 4 has to be next to 5. That would actually make this 8 and 3 on the diagonal because 5, 6 and 4, 7 would have been taken out. 7 would be here, and this thermo would be impossible because we've only got 2 and 6 left. Good grief, this can't be 4 because that can't be 6. The 4 has to be next to 6. So this one would be 5. That definitely makes these 8 and 3. And there's nowhere left for 7 because 8 has gone, so 7 can't go there. That is right. Okay, so this is not a 4, that's a 2. Let's take the corner mark out of there. Oh, it doesn't fix this at all or limit this stuff. Oh, if that can't be a 5, this can't be a 6. That's what happened when I took 5 out of there. I forgot to keep up with the thermo. Now, what about 7? 7 there puts 8 there. Oh no, look, where's 4 now? 4 could be there, but it can't be because it wouldn't be next to a 6. So forget that. 4 is now in one of these 2 cells and in one of these 2 accordingly in row 1. Now it's got to be next to a 6. So if 4 was there, 6 would have to be here. This would be a 3-5 pair. And 7 and 8 would be here, and that's no good because this would be a broken thermo. What I'm saying is if 4's there, yeah, I mean the other way to look at that is if 4 is here, you need 3 here, then you get 5. You have to put 6 on next to a 4. Actually, no, if 4's there, 6 could go there. So hang on, I still think it doesn't work. If 4's there, 3 there, 5 there, 6 there, oh, 8 there, 7 there, and then we escape with a 6 here. But this can't be a 6 because 7, 8, 9 crashes into that 9. Wow, okay, that's a bit convoluted, but it does mean that this isn't a 4. This is the 4. And unfortunately, that means, oh, okay, well, it's next to a 6. It's got 3 possible cells where the 6 can be, but actually 6 can't be in those 2. So they've got a bit restricted. Now we've got a 5, 7, 8 triple in the row. So that's not 5. That's quite weird. So this could still be, this can't be 7 anymore because 7 there puts 8 there and makes this impossible. So we know where the 7 is in box 1 now. It doesn't tell us anything about its thermo. This is 3, 5 or 6 and this is 5, 6 or 8 just by the law of thermo, which isn't a real law, but it sounds good. So I have no idea where the 6 is here, but 4 must be next to a 6. So, oh, that's not 7 anymore. So now we've got a 5, 8 pair. This is 3 or 9, this is 3, 6 or 9. Now this isn't 2 anymore. This isn't 7. Ah, look, if this was a 6, that puts enormous pressure on this thermo. It fixes this 5, this 4, and that 4 would not have an adjoining 6 because 6 couldn't go there anymore once it was here. So this is not 6, this is 9, which is a lot less helpful than if it was not 9, but never mind. Okay, I can't see any other immediate conclusions from that. Now 3 there, 3 is locked into one of those, so 3 will have to be in one of these 2 cells. Now what about this thermo? It can't start with 2 or 4. So let's go up to 5 there, and then 2, 3, 5, 6. 3, 5, 6, 7, this isn't very helpful. 5, 6, 7, 8, there's quite a few possibilities. 9 though has to be locked into one of those 2 cells in box 2. 1 is in one of those 2. 2 is in one of those 2. Interesting observations that I cannot use at all. 9 down here has to be on the end of a thermo, now that 9's fixed in those and thus ruled out of that one. So the central box's 9 is in one of those three, and that's not very useful again. Now, 4s. 4s matter. 4s are attracting 6s to them. Like bees to a honeypot. Yes, this 4 needs a 6 in one of these two cells. 6 there would force this whole thing to be 7, 8, 9. Put a 2 there. Make a 2, 3 pair there. Why not? That would work fine, irritatingly. 6 can't be in those cells, so 6 locked up somewhere here. Actually, 6 can't be there, because that would put 4 here, and that same 6 would stop that 4 touching a 6. So 6 is in one of those three. It's an interesting observation. It doesn't really push us forward at all. Now, this 21 diagonal. The minimum of these is 17, and there's still 4 degrees of freedom from that. The maximum is 28. Ugh. How can there be that much spread over those clues? That's amazing. But I guess thermos on diagonals do a lot less restricting than you normally hope. These can't both be 8, because if that was 8, 5 would be there and 8 would have to be here in row 3. Is that interesting? No, not really. Oh, in fact, for another reason, they can't even be 8 and 7, because you just can't make these add up to as little as 6. Maybe that's a more interesting way to look at it. I don't think it is particularly helpful anyway. Right, where can we go for more information? These 46 and 30, they have so much real estate and so little information about them that I just don't think they're a lot of use to us at the moment. Let's try and think of something else that will help. I don't know. Okay, here's something weird. If this was 4, 6 is obviously not on the diagonal. It's not allowed to be next to a 6 on a thermo, let alone that 6 placed there. But if this was a 4, therefore, it would have to have a 6 next to it in one of these two cells. This would become 5, and it would now be impossible to fill those two. So that's not a 4, which doesn't really get anything done, but it's interesting to observe that. Maybe there's more restrictions up here. What if that was 6? Then you'd have 8, 3, 5 there, 8 there. You'd have 11 on this diagonal already. This is assuming we had a 6 up here. These two would have to add up to 10, the other two, which would have to be 4 there and 6 there, and that 6 would clash with that 6. Yep, that's impossible. So 6 is not there. Now 6 is on the diagonal now. It's not in those cells with 8, because that would add up to 14, and we can't make these two only add up to 7. So it's 6 and an odd number, and that's interesting because this is an even number. We need to get to an odd number, so this is even. How bizarre, 6 or 8 there. So if this was 5, this would be 8, that would have to be 6. And if that was 5, this would be 6 and 3 to go with a 6 there. Oh, and this could be 6, that works. Oh, it's near breaking. Like, we can almost establish what's what. If this was a 4, it would need a 6 next to it here. That would definitely complete 5 and 7. That 6 would mean this was 3 and 5. I can't see how it breaks. I'm sure it's under enormous pressure. Of course, maybe this is the right thing. So 4 there puts 6 here. That makes this 3 and 5, which makes this 8 and 6. But this has become 5, 8, 6, 5, 7. 4 would end up here, obviously. Yes, 4 there puts 6 in one of those cells. So by putting 4 there, it requires 6 here. Yeah, it doesn't work. 4 here doesn't work. Actually, because it makes that 6. The 4 it puts there needs a 6 here, and that becomes 8. And once those two are 6 and 8, these two can't be small enough. So that's not 4. Excuse me, I'll just get rid of that. So that's not 4. And let's put it on silent, which I should have done probably before the video. Anyway, there we go. So 4 is in one of those and has to have a 6 next to it. The 6 can't be there. So either 4 is there with a 6 there, or 4 is there with a 6 there. So 6 is confined to these two cells. And these two. And this one looks unlikely just because it's not touching that 4. Is there a way to prove that's not a 6? It would put a 6 there to touch the 4. That would put a 6 here. 6 would be there. Oh, hang on. Have I just proved that one of these is a 6? No, I haven't. This is absolute nonsense. Right, let's go back. Sorry, being stupid, because I was saying if 4 is there, it needs a 6 here, but of course it would have a 6 here. If 4 is there, 6 is there. If 4 is here, this becomes a 6. So this isn't 8, and 8 is down here. Ugh, sorry, an absolute off the wall there. I don't know what I was thinking. 8, 9, 3, 1. We've got a 4 in one of those two cells now. And that's got to touch a 6. Now we know that if 4's there, 6 is here. But if 4 was here, 6 can be to its left or right. So 6 is definitely no, and 4 there could have 6 here. Gosh, I've got to... Oh no, this can't be 6 because 5 and 4 can't be there and need to be on the thermo. So that's not 6. So 4 here, 4 is in one of these two cells, and 4 here would need 6 there or there. So 6 is definitely in one of those 3 cells in row 7. But if I pencil mark that, it goes across boxes and I might get confused about what it means. Now if 6 was here with 4 there, this would definitely be 5 and 8. Oh, and that's... No, it's not a problem if 5 is at the top. That's okay. I don't know for sure that 6 is in this cell. I mean, it quite possibly isn't. 4 and 6 are there now, though. That's quite interesting. 4, 6, 5, 7. So do I know about 4 in this box? No, I really don't. Oh, look what I know about 4 in this box. Now that's fascinating. You would think a huge empty box like that, who cares? 4 could be anywhere, but no, it cannot, because we've got a 4 there, so they aren't 4. If 4 was anywhere here, look where 6 is locked into in columns 8 and 9. It would fail to touch a 6 definitely, because it can't reach that one and it can't reach any of those. So 4 is not in any of those cells. 4 is locked in one of those two and one of those two, and therefore one of these two. Now surely somewhere here it cannot touch a 6. That one, it's obviously touching 1, so that's quite likely. This one feels less likely. For this 4 to touch a 6, the 6 would have to be around it somewhere, with 8 up there, 5 there, 8 there, 8 up there. What does it mean? That's a problem. 3, 6, 5. Yes, that's too many. Gosh, okay, that's a bit of a chain, but I think you can see this. If 4 was there, to touch a 6, the 6 has to either be above or below it. That puts an 8 here. Now that makes this 5, this 8. Oh. 8 here. I'm thinking that's a problem. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That makes this 8. So this can still be 5 or 6. Ah, okay, sorry, I'm wrong. Okay, looking ahead too far to a chain there. Now, I still think I could falsify this 4 if I work at it. How can I know there's not a 6 there? Or, well, there could be one there too. There can't be one here, interestingly enough, because this would then be a fifth, 6, 7, 8 or 9 in the box, so that's not happening. Oh, come on. Something, one of those is a 7, that's not really very helpful. There must be something better going on. Maybe I don't want to be looking at these diagonals yet. I can't see that that's going to help me. So 4 up here is going to need a 6 next to it. Ah, can this be a 6? Maybe 6 has to be on this thermo. No, I don't think that's proven at all yet. That 4-6 pair, that felt good. Why can't I use it? 6 is definitely in there with an odd number. If it's 6 and 5, that has to be 4 and 6. But if it's 6 and 3, this could be a pair of 6s or 4 and 8. No, I can't quite see how we're breaking through again. So let's have a think. We've got a 4 in one of those two. Now this one can't have a 6 in any of those 3 cells. So if that was a 4, we'd have to have 6 here. Then we'd have to have 6 here. 6 here. The 6 in column, well, the 6 in column 2, the 6 in box 7 would be in column 2. So that would be a 6 and that would break. My goodness. Okay, so 4 here would require 6 there. And that's not going to happen because this 4 then needs a 6 here. The 6 in box 1, that's the way to look at it, becomes there. That puts a 6 here, and there's nowhere left in box 8 for a 6. That is a tight piece of logic. Right, no 4 there. We get a 4 here. That resolves the 4-6 pair over there. 6 is now in one of these. I think we proved that 6 can't be here. That's what we were doing. Exactly the same. Yeah, definitely. So there is not a 6 here, so we now know this is a 6, and that's on the end of this picnic table thermo, so that's a 5. This is an 8. Surely that helps, although I'm worried that it doesn't. These aren't 5s. Oh, they're also not 6s now, so that's 2 or 3. That makes this a 1. And we've got the 4 there, so if this is 6-5, we need a 6, and if it's 6-3, we need an 8. It's not resolved yet. Interesting. Now that's not a 1 anymore. Where else have we affected anything looking down the grid? Can't see anywhere. Classic. Now, if that's a 4, that's a 6, that's a 5. Oh, that's all right. But if that's a 4, 6 is to its left or right, and I can't rule that out yet. I've probably done something up at the top that really helps, and I can't even see, because we got quite a lot done there. 1, no, 4, 5, no. Oh, I thought that was really a bit of a breakthrough, and nothing much has materialized from it, so curses. 4 still in one of those positions. Now, can that be a 4? It would need this to be a 6. Can this be a 6? That again chokes up the 6 in column 2. It puts a 6 there. That puts a 6 here. That puts one here, puts one here, and one here. And I think that's fine. And I think all 4s are connected to 6s, so that could well be right. So maybe this, no, that's touching a 6 already there, so that would be fine as a 4. Although it would then put a 4 here. Does it? Or can this be a 4? Yeah, I'm now wondering, where is the 4 in box 8? If that's a 4, can this be a 4? That would be 1, 2, or 3. That would give us a 1, 2, 3 triple, 4 there, 5 there. No, this can't be a 5 anymore. We've got a 5 at the top. That's what we were looking for. Okay, so this can't be a 4, because then you'd have too many from 1, 2, 3, 4. So if that's a 4, there's a 4 here. Now where does 6 go that touches this 4? It's going to have to be here. Oh, don't say this can be done too. 6, 5. No, I'm sorry, I'm saying that can't be a 4. So if 4's there, 4 is there. That's right. Then 4 has to be here. How do we touch both of those with 6s? Again, by putting one on the thermo, I suppose. Well, yeah, it would have to be here to touch this 4. Can 6 be here? touching 2 4s there? I think it can. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is not resolved yet. I'm probably overlooking something much more straightforward. Surely the work we did at the top has given something else that's more powerful than that. 3 1 4. Maybe it's again about ruling out where 6 can't be. See, if that was a 6, yes, this would, because of the little killer, this would be a 6. Then one of these would have to be a 6, but if the middle one was a 6, oh look, 4 there. Oh my God, how painfully obvious is that? That put the 4 up here. So there is a 6 in one of those two. Can I use this, or is that... Let's go back to that. We would have 6s in all of those positions and there. The 6 in this box would have to be there. And this would be a 6, not touching a 4 at all. Not in a great position, therefore. Now, would all the 4s be touched by 6s in this version of events? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Only if 4 was there, but that works. Oh no, intriguingly, that doesn't work. But this is a bit convoluted. Again, this position of 6s, which starts with a 6 here, won't work, because where do the 4s in boxes 5 and 8 go if we have the 6s in the highlighted cells? Well, this one, this cell here, could not touch a 6 at all, so that couldn't be a 4. 4 would have to be here. Then where would 4 go in this box? It would have to go there to touch a 6. And we've worked out that's not possible, because to have a number below that on this tiny thermo, you would have to have another one of 1, 2, 3, and 4, which wouldn't work in the box. Wow. I can't, again, amazingly convoluted. Do send in your solutions which are less convoluted, but that proves that's a 3. 5 there, 6 there. Now we can do the thermo, the little killer I mean, which means this is an 8 actually, rather to my surprise. We can fill in 9 and 6 there. We know where the 6 is that this 4 has with it now. That proves the 6 in box 9 as well. That means we can do this whole thermo. 2 there. That makes this a 1. I mean, we really are suddenly unlocking, I hope, all the secrets of this puzzle. A 2-3 pair. I hope I haven't been ignoring that for a while, because that would have been a much simpler way of getting there. Sorry if I have. And my goodness, maybe that was it. This is now a 9. We've got a 1-5 pair in these two cells. 9, 6, 7, 8, 3, 1. We still haven't placed 4 in this box now, but don't worry, we'll get there. 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. That can't be a 5. 2, 6, 7. That's part of an 8, 9 pair, and that's part of a 2, 3 pair. That's part of a 4, 5 pair. This is part of a 6, 7 pair. Wherever 4 is, it must go with the 6, but that can't be on the thermo. Okay, let's just be careful about that, in case 4 could be here and 6 here, just in case. I might still have that to rule out. Now, we've got 9 to place in box 2, 2, 3 pair at the top of the grid with a 7 there, 3, 5, 8 are a triple here, 5, 8 there. 7, 9, 4, 6, 5. Now, I still don't know what's going on in row 8. That seems fairly complicated still to me. Now, what about 4s touching 6s? All these do already. Every 4 we've placed touches a 6. Okay, let's quickly highlight the 6s to see where a 4 can't go, perhaps. We've got 2 6s to place. Ah, okay, the 6. Oh, look, the 6 in box 8's a given. Sorry. There we go. 6 is there. So now this can't be a 4, or it mustn't touch a 6. Oh, sorry, that 6 resolves that. 4 can't touch a 6 on a thermo, so that does resolve that. My goodness, that's taken some thinking. 7 is here in the row, in one of those 2 cells, probably not on the thermo, but we'll see. 9, 8. No, I don't know what that is. We're still not finished. Let's have a look at diagonals. Yeah, we've got a lot of this diagonal. 3 6s, 18, 16 at the beginning, 34. We just need 12 from those. What can this be? 2, 7, or 3. So one of those is big, and it, oh yeah, it could be 8, 2, 2, or a 7, 2, 3. Now, either way around, this is a 2. Good Lord, that's a very surprising conclusion from that little killer. Now, what about this one? 7, 6, 2, 4 add up to 19. The other 2 have to add up to 11, of course. That could be 3, 8 or 2, 9. Just not resolved yet. But let's carry on, hopefully finishing off. 3 or 7 there, I can see. 5, 4, 6, 7, 8. So 9 is locked into one of these 2. These are from 1, 2, and 3. 4 down here. No, either would work. Either touches a 6. This can't be a 4 though, because it would not be touching a 6. Oh, because there's a 4 there. Sorry, don't take the sensible route. So this isn't 4, and this is 4. And I think we've obeyed the rule for all 4s, and we're done with that now, thank goodness. This can't be an 8. We've got a 2, 3, 7 triple, so these are from 1, 5, and 8. Still not done. No, that diagonal's not working. Ah, this one though. Now again, these have to add up to 10, and I'm not being told which way. Still opportunities to go wrong here. And what about this thermo? 6, 3, 4, 1, 8. So it begins with 2, 5, or 7. 6, 2, 7, 4, 3, and it ends with 5, 8, or 9. So the 1 in the row is in one of those 2 positions. That's not a 1. What can this be? 1, 2, 3, or 5? I don't see why any of those are ruled out. Still, it holds out. Oh, look, 3, 7 pair. So we can put an 8 in row 6 there. That's not an 8. So we know where 8 are. That's on the diagonal. So that's a 2. 3 there. 7 there. 3 there. 5 and 3 pair sorted. This is not a 5. It's not a 2 actually. Good Lord, it is a 7. And that's a 9. 8, 9. That's not 8. So that is 1, 2, and 5 to place. Yes, we can do all of those in row 4. 9 here. 1 there. 2, 3 pair still to finish here. That's not 1. Hey, how are we not done here? Oh, this 30 diagonal. Right. Yes, that's going to work. 10, 27. We need a 3. And that fixes the 2, 3. That makes that 1. 5 on the thermo. 2 there. Wow, what a puzzle. 5-1. That was fun. Let's hope this presidency will be as much fun. I hope you had a go at that. That was intriguing, actually, the way it worked together. And there may have been something a bit better than the chain I was using, especially involving that diagonal at the top. But intriguing puzzle. Thanks very much for following it through with me. And hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.